How others are capitalizing on this, other exchanges. We mentioned the CME. On the phone with us right now is Wilbur Ross. He's in London, but I'm thinking, London, I'm thinking, boy, how can they market off of this, Wilbur? What do you think?
Well, I think the New York Stock Exchange still is a symbol, and particularly we notice with foreign companies, they like the idea of listing on the New York. So do quite a lot of American companies. It's a symbol.
And it's a symbol, obviously, that Charlie Gasparino doesn't appreciate,
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm just telling you that they do more listing than trading.
But is it just symbolic, Wilbur, or is it actually practical what you're saying? Will other trading shut down because the New York is down?
I don't think so. For one thing, they just canceled the open orders. Now they're shut down altogether.
Right.
But the only orders that had to be rerouted were the open orders. Orders that were not open orders could be put anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I guess what I'm getting at, Wilbur, is, while the cat's away or just stranded, others will play. Will London, will Bonn, will Berlin, will other exchanges take advantage of this and say, well, this stuff really doesn't happen here?
Well, but it has happened elsewhere. Remember, at Tokyo, it happened. It's happened
10 years ago yesterday, it happened.
Yeah. To me, the surprising thing is that with all the years of doing it, you would think there would be more in the way of redundancy and more in the way of backup systems, so that if there were an interruption, it would be very brief, rather than multiple hours. The duration of this does surprise me.
Although it's multiple hours of just a small part of their business. I mean, I think the redundancy is the market structure, I think. And for whether it's for better or worse, like I said, there's two schools of thought. I believe it's good that this stuff will trade in other markets. So if you want to buy a stock, you can buy it. Maybe you won't get the best price, as Dick Grasso said, because one small and insignificant player, is out of the market.
Yeah, but you can't call the New York Stock Exchange small and insignificant.
The specialists are small and insignificant.
I think the business
They're nice
and
guys,
the symbol
I know that.
Wilbur just said, symbolic, is really important.
Well, that's another story. That's why...
Well, it all fits together.
No, it's not.
But I also think there's a broader problem, which is, with all the new capital rules, there's much less capital on every trading day.
Well, that's a whole other issue.
And that's a much more fundamental
blame
problem.
Paul Volcker and Barack Obama for that one.
Dodd-Frank.
Dodd-Frank. That's the Volcker rule. But what I'm saying is that, listen, they're a symbol, the New York Stock Exchange. That's why people like to list there. But they don't. The stocks generally don't trade there, and they certainly don't trade as much through the specialists.
Well, maybe it takes a crisis like this to bring them down a peg or two.
Or even maybe this completely ends the specialist system.
Well, who knows? They're having a bad day.